young in imitation, much younger than the 75 years plus that I am now. Thank you. Even though CRS and I were born in 1947, within 2 months of each other, he in December and I in October, and were brought up in Coimbatore throughout our life, we never did get to meet or mingle as school students because we went to different schools. Later, I joined PhD here in Coimbatore to pursue a degree in engineering, whereas Swaminathan's first love was to do agriculture, and he went to Andhra University to get a degree in agriculture. And later on, when we settled down in life in Coimbatore to pursue our careers, we did not have any friends in common, so never got to meet each other and get to know each other. It was only in the late 80s when pre-call got established and my life became a little easier, and we traveled to Delhi or Pune or Chennai and other places where the vehicles were manufactured were reduced, and I started attending certain public functions in Coimbatore. I got to meet Swaminathan and get to know him. I liked what I saw in him as a person, someone different, someone extraordinary. I was astounded by the thousands of people he seemed to know all across Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, South Zone, thanks to the amazing network he had built up. We were fortunate to have Swaminathan as director on the board of Pre-Call for 27 years, from December 1990 to February 2018, following the rule that we had in Pre-Call at 70, directors should step down. That's the reason he stepped down in February 2018, just like I stepped down in October when I completed 70 years. During the many years he was on Pre-Call board as a director, and even later on, our friendship really grew, especially since he was associated with the NGO Sirutuli, which Manika, my wife, is spearheading. I really saw him grow in stature, not only within Coimbatore, but in Tamil Nadu also, where he was invited to be on various boards and forums, and South Zone also, culminating in his becoming chairman of CII South Zone. His commitment to economic development with social well-being was second to none. He was someone who could be depended upon to deliver. He will not shirk away from the duty, and once he takes up something, he will see to that it is done. Thus, he was truly an institution builder. I am very happy that RAC and other associations of Coimbatore have got together to form an endowment in his memorial to award worthy individuals who are deemed to be institution builders, and also to institute long-term scholarship for worthy underprivileged children, long-term scholarship with mentorship for a period of 10 years from 9th standard onwards through undergraduate degree and postgraduate degree also. I'm sure the going would have been very, very tough then, but his persistence paid off, and finally his products were accepted in the market and he grew. Added other products like finance and HR modules also. To accelerate product development at reasonable costs, he thought fit it would be better for him to move to India and he came to Chennai, India, and set up Zoho here. In the year 2000, seeing his success, venture capitalists wanted to invest in this firm. But Sridhar was steadfast in not wanting any funds to come into his firm. Because he knew if a venture capital enters into his firm, there will be tremendous pressure on him to generate year-on-year growth in quarterly earnings, and a few years down the line to give the initial public offer of shares too. Which means his attention will be taken away towards these, not towards his first love of developing innovative new products. The students who were inducted into Zoho schools, they were straight away given a stipend so that the family will not lose their earnings. And at the same time, they were not taught by rote learning like in a typical school, but practical education with practical problem solving. That's the way he developed those students. And within a year, they had been imparted enough of skills that they could be absorbed into Zoho as trainees. And within another year, as trainees over there, they had developed enough of skills to be on par with the college graduates who were working in Zoho. Zoho did not rest on their laurels. They continued to keep on developing new products. For example, in 2005, Zoho Office Suite, a web-based product of Word program, spreadsheet, mail, calendar, etc., was launched successfully. In 2009, the name of the company, to reflect its stature, was renamed as Zoho Corporation, and they continuously churned out new product offerings, such as Zoho Books. After GST became a success in India, Zoho One Suite for small businesses, and now Zoho Platform, establishing their own cloud infrastructure. They have 18 data centers scattered all over the world, 2 in India and 17 all over. And that takes a lot of guts, the kind of investment you need to have 18 data centers, which means they are not dependent on Microsoft Cloud or Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud. They can host all their products and their clients on their own clouds. What was different? What made Zoho become a success? It is because of their thinking different. They gave the customer what the customer wanted, not in bundling various modules like Google could do or SAP could do or Microsoft. They gave individual modules to their customers. And the customer could integrate it with whatever module he had earlier got from Zoho. And more importantly, according to the capability needs of each small customer or medium-sized customer or large customer, each of these modules also were small, medium and large, and at different price points. Therefore, the market reach was much wider, and he got many more customers at a fast pace. Microsoft or Google did not think thus. Villagers too have needs for products like kitchen appliances, low-cost fridges or TVs to enhance their lifestyle. But they get into debt traps by borrowing too much to buy these, or even if they can afford, if the harvest fails, they're not able to pay back the EMI. If these products are manufactured in the villages, the additional jobs created there will generate more income in the villages, and the economy there will have better buying capabilities. Plus the added advantage that these products could be manufactured at lower cost because of the lower salary levels in the villages, the lower packaging because they don't have to be moved far, the lower transport costs, etc., etc., and also they can be serviced cheaper and quicker. Please recollect, centuries ago, how our villages were. They were a self-sufficient unit. The villagers were not producing food alone. There were weavers, there were potters, there were implement makers, etc. So, manufacturing also can go back to the villages. Another area Sridhar wants to explore is Atmanirbhar, Make in India. You will be surprised to learn, I understood from Sridhar, can you imagine nail clippers are being imported into this country? From China and Korea, and not made here? A number of toys are being imported into the country. A number of medical devices are being imported into the country. I'm not talking of MRIs. I'm talking of just medical devices, which cost a few thousand rupees. These items can definitely be made if they are appropriately designed with the kind of features Indians want and scaled down to meet the majority's basic needs. He has decided to start a design center, not only design, but also do prototyping and testing of those products in the same center, so that a pakka quality product is brought out. And these can be rolled out to the villages, and a group of youngsters in the villages can get together and start a unit to manufacture them. Help will be rendered by Sridhar's center during the startup phase in terms of identifying raw materials and components, and even low-cost manufacturing techniques and low-cost equipments, and even be an angel investor if need be. In addition, he also has ideas to foster making of industrial accessories and equipments which are being imported into the country. These are not far-fetched dreams. I'm sure many of you have been to Germany or Switzerland. More than 85% of the businesses there are small and family-owned. They are not concentrated around the large cities. The majority of them are in small towns, and quite a few in the countryside too. So why not make such a success in India and take the industries to the small towns and the villages too? I wish these manufacturing ideas a great success, and Sridhar getting greater recognition and honors like Padma Bhushan too. Salutes. I once again commend CRS Endowment Committee for instituting the long-term scholarship. I wish the scholarship all success and may it throw out many more Sridhar Mail too.